Welcome back. My name's James Johnson. I'm going to be talking about spoilers and theories for future Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fires. Um, if I've read the first 5 books and I've seen the first 5 seasons. So for the trailer for season 6, it shows the Night's King with 3 horsemen alongside and White Walkers, and it appears as if he is burning something or something's burning in front of him. If you look very closely, near the bottom of the screen, it looks like werewood roots. The trailers also seem to imply that the White Walkers may be in the Greenseer throne. Um, if, in my opinion, if my opinion is correct, mine and I believe my mother's opinion, that the wall is actually werewoods. It was originally werewoods grown by a Greenseer who used them to keep whites out, and arguably White Walkers. Um, And over the years, just like we see in the trailer with the ice attached to the tree in front of Bran, over the years, ice got more and more attached to it, grew together. The werewoods grew together. I believe it's in Alaska, there's a tree, a forest that all has the same DNA because it's actually one tree. It's one tree underneath the ground that's grown up in all these different places, an entire forest in one organism. Um, which is kind of what the Green Seer network is. So, if the Night's King needs to get to the Green Seer throne, but he can't do it directly because he's a white, so he needs to find a back way. If you imagine that the catacombs and the running water that we see we hear in the Green Seer throne from Bran, one of those chapters, I believe that's true. But anyways, regardless, this is what to support my theory. There's a connection between the hot springs under Winterfell and that water that's running from the Greenseer throne. So the Night's King wants to get to Winterfell and go through. Well, he can't get to Winterfell because he can't go through the wall. We don't know that, but I think he's cold hands, and it's the reason he couldn't go through and get Bran and bring him back. The Night's King wants to get to Winterfell so that he can go through the catacombs and up to the Greenseer throne. In order to do that, he has to take down the wall. How can he take down the wall? He would have to have, I think, a powerful Greenseer on the Greenseer throne, but he can't be an undead thing. It can't be an undead person on the throne because the undead person can't get into the Greenseer throne. So the Night's King needs a willing individual who can sit the Greenseer throne and do his bidding. The Night's King is the three-eyed crow. Bloodraven is not. Bloodraven has been manipulated by the Night's King, in my opinion, to be sitting on that throne. Now, what the Night's King wants is for this Greenseer, a child, Bran, to shake the weirwood trees within the wall to slough off the ice, and we kind of see something similar to that when Bran is being chased by the White Walkers, whites, into the Greenseer throne. Snow falls off of one of the trees, I believe it's in one of those scenes, and gets the white, lands on the white. The tree's been shaken. And I don't know that, but I think that it's at least foreshadowing. So, why would Bran do that? Well, in my opinion, the only way Bran would do that is if he felt he had to. And the only way he'd feel like he had to is if somebody he cared about was trapped, and the only way out was that way. Well, we kind of tell from the trailer that Mira is leaving. So, if Mira is taken to the wall, and then Bran believes she's under threat of death, and Bran is also told and believes that if he takes the ice off, that she can make her way. So he pulls the ice, he shakes the ice off. Now you've got a dense weirwood forest, and Mira is running through it. Now the Night's King and his minions can't go through it because it's the spell, and I say spell, it's a magic, but it's also meant to feel real, and it's because, in my opinion, of the weirwoods being there. They are sentinel pines, but more so than that, they are magical. They keep them out. The Night's King can't pass it. Well, how would you get past a forest that you can't pass? You burn it down. You burn it down. I'm going to light the biggest fire the North has ever seen. If the Night's King lights the wall on fire wherever Bran shook the ice off, it would not be unheard of for that entire area, the entire wall, to be burnt down. Not guaranteed. But without the weirwoods there, or at least it's potential that the heat from the weirwoods would melt the ice enough for it to continue. But really, regardless of that, ultimately, one little entrance is enough for him, the Night's King, to get his entire army through. But the reason Martin made that use the phrase, "I'm going to light the biggest fire the North has ever seen" by Mance Rayder is foreshadowing for an even bigger fire, which is the Night's King burning the wall down. And in my opinion, that is how this season will end, with the portion of the wall that Bran has de-iced being burnt, and the Night's King walking through it. Thank y'all for watching.